Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing, Friday, August 25th. On the impact map, scattered showers popping up, especially with the afternoon heating across many areas, also across parts of Idaho. They'll become more scarce with time as we go through Saturday and Sunday. A fair amount of lightning yesterday. You can see across central and southern areas. A bit of a ripple of lightning occurring right now across far western portions of Idaho. Precipitation amounts up there light. Fortunately, fuel's quite moist up there. We have no new starts there as of yet, but the day is early. Just a couple of light starts, very small single tree type stuff where you see the areas in red. Again, the abundantly heavy rainfall the past 7 days. Areas in yellow where they're getting lightning up in the western Payette right now. They did have 1.5 to over 2 inches of rainfall up there, quite fortunately. Also heavy rain amounts in the southern half of Nevada, southwest Idaho, Arizona strip. So percent of normal, 300 to 600%, where you see the purple, a very wet period. ERCs all the way down in all areas, but they'll be drying out because we have a strong ridge of high pressure starting to build in through the Rockies into southern Canada. With this upper level low and the instability, it is producing some of these thunderstorms right along the Oregon-Idaho border. I have to keep an eye on them. There could be some new starts, but nothing expected to grow quite big. Otherwise, a general clearing trend as drier air starts to push in. You see that drier air in that copper shade of the humidity. Otherwise, this black area tends to indicate where skies will be clear in the morning, but then fill up with clouds and instability showers in the afternoon with daytime heating. You see the humidities in most areas, highest in the east and driest in the west. Winds fairly light most areas, a little breezy here in south central Nevada. Nothing of consequence, just going to go into drying things out a little breezy up in the Idaho mountains as well. We'll see what kind of activity still remains on some of our large incidents. That drier air becomes more pronounced on Saturday as the high pressure builds, but little green specks here. This is an axis of instability and showers popping up one more time. Still all green on the 7-day. Humidity still quite high in the north and especially in the east. And I would say average, not exceptionally dry in the northwestern Nevada. Pretty high here in south central Nevada. 25% is pretty it's still above normal. No winds fairly light as you expect with high pressure building in, and it continues building in on Sunday, so temperatures start going up. In these areas of black, you can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm, but just very slight. Light winds, still above normal humidity in the east and even in the north, and drying out to near normal conditions in northwestern Nevada. You can see generally a 3 to 4 degree warm up in temperatures as we go from today on the left to tomorrow on the right. 3-day precipitation totals fairly light across all areas, and maybe some moderate amounts across the higher terrain of Utah and maybe highest terrain of central Idaho mountains. And then Monday, the heat really starts building. Could be near record heat in some areas up in Idaho. So you see some more PSAs going into the yellows. We go into Monday and Tuesday as well. Now we'll have to watch this cold front. It's a dry cold front. The tight packing of these yellow height lines indicates strengthening winds. Fortunately for us, a lot of precipitation has fallen, but doesn't take the grass and the brush that long to respond back to some of this drier weather. So I'll have to watch early next week to middle of next week for that potential. Otherwise, we stay dry. But by Thursday, more monsoonal moisture starting to get pulled into Utah, and a fast-moving cold front could lay down some more showers, maybe some lightning across far western and northern areas. We'll have to wait and see on that. You see the 7-day still trying to limp back from the consecutive days of heavy rain. 7-day precip totals, most of this in the first 3 days. And the extended 8 to 14-day outlook kind of shows near normal conditions, maybe slightly above normal, but a signal of above normal precipitation and some tropical monsoonal connections possibly. We'll have to wait and see on this. And that concludes our briefing. Have a great day.